Let's get back to the announcement by Japan's Prime Minister. Fumio Kishida says he is going to step down and will not be standing for re-election as head of the ruling Liberal Democratic Party next month. Kei Koga, he's a social professor at the School of Social Sciences from Nanyang Technological University, joins us now, and he joins us live from Singapore. Thanks for joining us, Professor Koga. Now, I quote this, it's ad verbatim. Yes, this is from Prime Minister Kishida. The LDP must change. There is no end to our political reform. Well, that was not said today. That was said months ago. This is very much something he has said many times. He seems consistent in terms of this commitment to change and reform in this party. Is this final step from this Prime Minister just pretty much par for the course in terms of showing us what he genuinely believes in?
Yes. So I think what Kishida said, Prime Minister Kishida said, is that he wants to show his kind of genuine commitment to the reform the LDP because of the question with regard to the LDP's slush fund scandal. Still actually going on, even though it has been already 6 months or like 7 months since the last November. So in that sense, Kishida actually made a lot of the change. For example, he tried to change the factional politics so that like he breaks up his own faction, Kochikai, and then they ask the other politicians to stay away from the factional politics, and also he compromised with the Komeito party with regard to the transparency about the funding the procedure. So in that sense, the Kishida actually tried hard on that, but at the same time, the public support for him is not actually improving, and then it stays low, like around like the 20%. So that he actually this is going to be the final step, saying that he's going to step down and then change the LDP and the support for whoever becomes the next prime minister.
But arguably, Professor Koga, if he's genuinely committed to reform, he should think of staying on to carry out those reforms. How does stepping down guarantee further change within this party?
So this is a kind of delicate balance between what he wants to do and then how the political power actually can be retained through in the LDP. If the LDP can stay in power, then there's going to be the opportunity for the LDP politicians, including the Kishida, to reform. But at the same time, if he doesn't compromise and push forward, and then staying like low supporting rate for the LDP as well as the Kishida's administration, then there might be the political upset in the next election, which is going to be the next year. So in that sense, he tried to strike the balance, and in order to improve his image and LDP's image, he actually decided to step down.
Professor Koga, of course, we're talking about domestic approval ratings, but of course, internationally, Mr. Kishida has done a great deal to boost Japan's image, and in terms of changing, moving away from its pacifist ideal, increasing defense spending. We've got the US ambassador to Japan lauding him, saying that his efforts are unprecedented in bolstering collective deterrence. He's gone beyond alliance protection to alliance projection. Now, with his leaving, whoever takes over, do you see the progress it's made in terms of ensuring its security in, as we all say, an increasingly fractured world? Do you see that going backwards for Japan?
I don't think there's gonna be any rollback after the Kishida leaves. I think there are basically the near consensus on in terms of the U.S.-Japan alliance, and also considering about the the current strategic environment in the Asia Pacific and in the Pacific. So in that sense, I believe the LDP and also the many politicians in Japan consider the current course of the action or the policy, defense policy, security policy, it's actually pretty good. And then Kishida actually did a pretty good job in improving the relation with the United States and as well as the other countries, including the Southeast Asia. So even after the Kishida, I believe there's no big upset in terms of the Japan's security policy.
A final question, Professor Koga. If we look at the list of potential candidates who might be winning the LDP leadership and therefore, given the LDP dominance in parliament, likely to be the next prime minister for Japan, will these individuals, do you think, carry on the reforms that Mr. Kishida is so committed to, while at the same time improving these approval ratings, which have for the party been at record lows? Final question.
I think it's going to be hard to predict, but the change in the leadership could create the improve in the public support rate. So even if there's no kind of the genuine reform within the LDP, maybe public could actually hope or have the more kind of hope that the LDP could actually change in the future. So in that sense, I would say like whoever comes to the next prime minister, I think it's still hard to reform the LDP, but then I think the public support rate would actually change.
And change upwards very quickly, improve, you think?
The upwards probably, but then I guess it's going to move positively for sure.
All right. Thanks so much for that, Kei Koga, Associate Professor, School of Social Sciences from Nanyang Technological University.